texted question, and I understand why you wouldn't want this, to ask, because you feel like you're in a religious setting and maybe it's embarrassing to ask. But how do we really know that God exists? Without just giving me the churchy answer of you just got to believe and have faith. And so, guys, is this not the number one question that most people are asking? I sometimes believe there's helpfulness in answering questions with other questions that cause you to think outside of just the question at hand. Let's say this. We don't know. Okay, so let that sink in and shock you for a second. But by the same logic of saying that we don't know God exists, I also don't know that wind exists. And I also don't know that ocean currents exist, because I've never actually seen one, right? I felt an undertow before, but how do you not know that was not something else, right? How do I not know that I was just not moving on my own? I also am not sure of a lot of things in life that exist by the very structure of thought that we go down to try to say we're not sure that God exists. I would say this: how do you know that you exist? Exactly. How do we not know that every one of us in here is not having our own form right now of psychological delusion? Because you get the right medication or you get the wrong balance of chemicals in your brain. People see people all the time, have conversations with them all the time. How do you know that that shirt right there is red? What if red for you is actually blue? And you see that and it looks blue, but you call blue red. Have you ever thought about that? What if everybody had a different color scheme, and even though you both called it red, it was actually a different color in your eyesight? You would never know, because it would always be blue or red to you. Now, I'm not trying to just confuse you with more questions. You're like, now I understand. I think that you have to realize this. The existence of God, in my opinion, has never been the hardest question to answer. It's not at all. I think that there are too many unexplained things. I think the very mystery of the universe and the earth and the mystery of life plays itself more towards the need for a creator than the other way. The idea of chance happenings in life without the existence of God they're scientifically preposterous. They're mathematically incalculable. They're out there pretty far. Now, you can calculate them and you can come up with your own theories there. And I'm not claiming to be somebody who's a mathematician. I've read some of the mathematicians, but the existence of God, there are those who have varying levels of that belief. Like, okay, I believe that God exists, but He is not personal, meaning He is not active in life. There is a creator who spins things into motion, and then He's hands off from here on out, and it's all up to you. Others believe that God is just a higher power, another being somewhere. We call Him God, but He's really an alien, or He's something else that, it's just because of our lack of understanding. And so people come to various conclusions about the existence of God. And here's the bottom line: you got to come to your own. In my personal opinion, okay, of my own life, the evidence points much easier to the existence of God than the other way. You have to be you have to have more faith to not believe in God than you do to believe in God, in my opinion.